Lunch, some people did their homework and some people tagged us, and we were able to create a little thing for you to show you.
Let's see who did their homework.
This is one.
Oh, that's from this morning. Oh, yeah.
Oh God. I think people are not fast enough. So we're gonna share more of these ones. This one. So the other ones were not ready.
Megan's natural.
This one.
Harry, have you had some work done? do you know, I can hold a pen in between, spoon, fork, you know, between my top lip and my nose. Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna update this by the end of the day with the funny faces, and then we're gonna, make people. We'll probably do a poll and make people pick which one is the winner.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be fun.
Get something of the funniest face. Okay. So all of your details are here for all those events we mentioned. Yeah.
Christina, did you put yours?
What's that?
I didn't put
Come on.
I did something later.
Come on. Later? In the break?
In the break.
In the break. Okay, awesome. So what we're going to cover now is group power. We're going to talk about how important it is to be part of groups and how important it is to have your own group. Who is part, so who joined Facebook groups? Okay, all right. Nearly everyone. Who has never been part of a Facebook group? Okay, no one. Okay, good. So everyone is part of the groups. Now, you guys know that Natasha and Stuart have a group that's called Ultimate Business Support. If you're not in it, you should definitely join it. It's a great group. There's 13,000 people in it. And then my one is Entrepreneurs Abundance Mindset, and there's 3,600 people in it. So what are the benefits of being on a Facebook group? What are the benefits to join Facebook groups?
Have access to all those people.
I know, right?
Visibility.
Access, visibility. If you do what?
You're visible.
If you are visible, if you don't stay invisible, yeah. And how do you do that? Just posting once a week? No. Okay, good.
Whatever they say every day.
Visible. Yeah. What else?
Community.
Community.
Networking.
Yeah. What else?
Build credibility.
Yes.
Value.
Yeah.
Possible collaboration.
Yeah, totally.
Leads.
Total.
Learn. Think that.
Oh my goodness. Cool. So if we talk about, so this is what the benefits, but if we talk about the goal, what's your ultimate goal to get from the group? What do you want to get from it? What's your ultimate goal? Yes, all these things are obviously a goal as well.
Sell your stuff.
Sell your stuff, absolutely, right? Your ultimate thing is to monetize it. Yeah, your ultimate thing is to monetize it. But how you're going to do that is to, obviously, if we can summarize all this, is to stand out. You want to stand out in the group. So, for example, I am at a stage that I know how important it is to join in Facebook groups, and some Facebook groups, especially the ones where you have to pay to be in it. Those ones are really, really the ones that I want to be in it, because those are the ones that people are involved and they are connected and they want to be part of it and they want to learn and they want to talk and they want to connect with other people in that group. So make an example. Who's heard of Marie Forleo? Yes. Marie Forleo. So Marie Forleo does Biz School. Marie Forleo is a really successful entrepreneur. I think 4.5 million a year. I think that's what her revenue is. She's been interviewing Oprah and Tony Robbins. She's got Marie TV, and she does this Biz School once a year. She does one launch a year, and she sells 4 million of it. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah. And obviously it's a community of entrepreneurs. It's a community where you want to be in it because you want to what? All these things, right? And exactly those people that in B school are exactly my target market. Hello. So what I did the other day, I just went, oh, let's do it. I just paid $2,000 and well, more than that because it's US dollars. So 2,600 and I'm in it. And the only reason why I did it is not because, obviously I will learn something from Maria as well, but I'm not even going to do the course, to be honest, I don't have time. I will have a look at it in the future, but the reason why I'm in it is literally the community. And I promised you, I already got my money back because 3 people of the community already bought my half-day workshop. And, you know, most likely someone will end up into the other end. Does it make sense? Mm-hmm. So it's about, how did I do that? Go into the group and sell? No. I went on a group. What did I do? The first thing I did is introduce myself with what? Story. My 60-second story. That's all I did. And what photo did I put? 60 seconds of what?
Your before and after? With you and Tony Robbins.
Oh, I should do that. No, I didn't. I didn't put me and Tony Robbins.
A selfie.
Of where? Of what? What do I want ultimately?
You're booked out, Brenda. Booked out.
Booked out. My fully booked workshop in the Sunshine Coast last week. I took a selfie, I put in the group, and I said my story. Before, this is who I am. I was scared, and this is the outcome, and this is below the photo of my latest fully booked workshop of my first national tour. I'm going to all the cities. I'm so excited. Not selling, I'm just telling my story. I've got 69 comments. So inspiring. I'm from Australia too. Let's catch up. Let's follow. When are you coming to Melbourne? Can I have the link? Sure, I'll PM you because this group is not about selling. So I'm not putting in the group, yeah? Because you get in trouble. Like in Marifolio, you sell something, you're out. So I'm not selling, I'll PM you. So other people go, me too, when they know that you can PM, yeah? So it's about creating that interest about you. And how do you stay at the top of a group?
Keep commenting.
Good. So you know that when you post something, your post will go down. As people post new stuff, your post will go down, yeah? So as soon as someone comments something, you go back at the top. Everyone follows?
Yeah.
Your goal is to what? To stand out. So how do you stand out? By being at the top.
Being active.
You want to be at the top all the time in a group. So Marie Folio, I post that photo a week and a half ago. Every night, I'm back at the top. Yeah. Why? Because every night I reply to one person. I don't have time to reply to 69 comments. Thank you.
That's excellent.
Yeah, so every time I go down, I'll reply. And I'm back at the top in the right times of the day. Yeah?
What are those right times?
Well, whenever your target market is online. Depends if you're targeting mums, they're probably when the kids are at school. For me, it's more morning, evening, it's my hottest time. But obviously, you got to consider this group is in US. So I'm only targeting Australia for the moment, so I'm only going, in those hours. But then I see that also American people obviously commenting it, so it's like I'm not at the top all the time. I'm loving it. Yeah? So obviously 69 comments, how many people saw that post?
7,000.
I know, right? Well, there's only 1,500 in the group now. It was amazing to watch. I joined, there was 150 and now it's 1,500. Do your calculation, $2,000 each. Pretty good, huh? So, group power. So obviously you always, again, everything that we do in Facebook is strategic and we've got a goal and we've got a mission and we've got a reason why we do it. So me joining this course, obviously, I pay for it. Obviously I will find time to have a look at it, but I won't do it like today is the first course. I'm here. I'm not going to have time to be live, but obviously I'll watch it as soon as I can. But my goal is not really to do the course. It's more to be part of that community. The power is the community. The power is to be active in a community. I mean, so imagine if you do that in one of our groups, and you are at the top for a week, and 13,000 people see you. Like, hello. But obviously you can't do it once. Yeah, obviously I did it once in here, and I'll keep posting that same one. Yeah. So and that's lasted me for a week and a half too. Now that the group is started, now the course is started, I will have to put something else that is relevant to the group to be able to stay at the top and not look like, what she's still doing, introduce yourself. We've done that, it's finished. Yeah, so you got to sort of keep up with the group, yeah? So, you are going to read the rules. Thing that I don't do. I don't like reading long stuff. But you gotta read the rules. A lot of the times, all I need to read is the theme days. So you know what days you can do things. When you're not sure, it's actually really good when you are in the fine line. It's really sure to put admin. If this is not good, just delete. So when you put that, people want to read it. Yeah, because you want to check if they are there or not. Yeah. So you get that curiosity. Isn't that right? That's great. It's so true. So what I do all the time, I just see how I react to things, and I just store that somewhere and going, every time there is that, I read it. So I'll just put it. Admin, I'm sorry, can you just check? Hello, everyone's going to read it, and everyone's going to give you their opinion. Yeah? So read the rules and stick by it. Don't just try to be sneaky. It doesn't work. But obviously, if you post something, and it's important to use the hashtags, right? So I use the hashtag, like say Friday promote. I put the hashtag Friday promote, and then I'll write whatever I want. And then on Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday, I keep commenting on the same post. I'm not posting again, and you can see that it said Friday. So I posted on Friday. I'm not doing anything, but still at the top of the bloody group for a week. Makes sense? Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so you just want to keep looking at that, and it's important, especially at the beginning, to build the trust with the group. So don't just go in and post in a promotion day, because nobody will know you. Nobody knows you. You're not going to get any interaction. You're not going to get comments. It's about building, share your story, introduce yourself, do a video, do a comment, do whatever you want. You already got a chance to go in a few groups and start to build that interest about you. Yeah? Follow the rules, as I said, and be active 4 or 5 times a week. So what I do, I've got a little strategy, because obviously I don't want to be active only on 3 groups. That I love shortcuts and I want to be active everywhere. So what I do is sort of like I choose 3 groups per month where I'm going to be active on, and I build a trust. So I am active like 4 or 5 times a week, or even more sometimes. I just keep going back and add a few comments here and there. And then once I build enough trust, and every time I post something, I get a lot of comments, a lot of interaction, then I pass that to my assistant to keep building that trust, keeping the momentum, and copy my post from my personal profile, yeah? And I don't need to be in it anymore, and I'm concentrating on 3 new groups. Yeah? So that's how I did it at the beginning, to be able to, so every time now I go back to, I don't know, Queensland Business, there is a very strict group, I can do whatever I want, because I built trust 2 years ago. My VA sort of maintain it a couple of times a week. If I go back into it, people still know me. Make sense? Yep. So this is my little strategy that I do. So 3 groups a month, sometimes 2 months, it depends on how busy you are, but build that trust, strong trust, and then move on and leave that to your VA to keep that momentum going, and you keep going back. And then obviously every now and again, I'll go back to the ones that are really hot. So I've got a few groups that I'm always active because they're really good. Yeah, so now I don't do that strategy anymore. Now I just build trust anyway. But at the beginning, it's important that you start with 3 groups, and then you move on to 3 groups, and then you move on to other 3 groups. At least have 9, I'd say 9 to 10 groups that you are known in, where your target market hangs out in. Yeah? Right, so take note what you like and what you don't like. So this is for people that haven't found who they are on social media yet. They haven't found what you want to be known for, what you stand for, and all those things. So just look at other people and see what they do, and say, I actually like when they share these things, right? So for me, to make my assistant understand how I think, because people tell me all the time, Francesca, you come up with so great idea. I don't. I just look what other people do and what gets the most views and the most likes and the most comments, and I model it. I just did that naturally, and then now I created a system so that my assistant can do the same. A system, because it's so my assistant. So, I'm a poor man, I didn't know it. So then the system is, I just watch other groups. So I choose a group. For example, most of the ladies in the room, hopefully you're in it. It's called Like-Minded Bitches. It's called like that. It's 30,000 women in it. If you're not in it, you should be in it. Like-minded bitches. Yeah, it's called like that. Like-minded bitches drinking wine. It's called like that. And it's a group of 30,000 women. And actually there is guys as well, Stuart and Con and everyone else. You're welcome to be in it. There's guys as well, I don't know. And once one guy commented and they were like, why are you in this group? I thought it was only women. Oh, so embarrassing. Anyway. But you get, that guy got 100,000 comments. Good, right? So it's, okay, everyone back up. You can do that in the break, yeah? everyone goes, okay, let's do it. Okay, so in that group, what you do, what I do, at night, while you're chilling, you're doing whatever you're doing at night, you just scroll that post and I keep looking what's at the top. And usually what's at the top, the first 10, 20 posts are the ones that got the most comments, because at night, people keep commenting on the thing that they like, yeah? So I just look at the posts that got 100, 200 comments or likes, yeah? And I just literally copy and put into a spreadsheet. And I just put, this person posts on that day and already got 200 comments in an hour. Obviously, that post works. And then I have a look what it is. It can be a story of 0 to hero. I didn't know what to do and now I'm doing it and I'm successful. Or it could be, I finally did it. I launched my thing. I was so afraid and finally. Usually those are the posts that are the hottest. They're the ones that people go with. I didn't want to do it and then I did it and I'm succeeding. Or I was afraid. I'm pushing myself out of my comfort zone. Please help me. And they all love to help. Right, suggestions. Hey guys, I'm thinking about this or that. What do you think? They all comments, right? So these are usually the comments, the posts that work the best. But I put them into the spreadsheet, and we monitor. My VA, I've got a night VA. She's the policeman, and I call her the policeman because she goes in and she checks everything, and she keep putting all the data in. I hate data, but it's really good. So then we go, that post is going so well. We should create something similar. Yeah, and then my team tell me, Francesca, create a thing similar to this. I'm like, all right. So I create it, or sometimes they do it. They do a really good job. And that way we can post similar stuff, and we know that it's going to go crazy. Yeah? So this is how you come up with ideas, because a lot of the time you get the writer block. You go into a post, I want to do something really good, but I don't know what to do. Don't know what to do, and you don't do anything. And instead, this way, you get all these ideas into a spreadsheet, and eventually you'll be able to use it. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. The other thing that is important in groups is to put a post with a photo. There's no point to just write this long thingy and nobody's going to read it. So it's about putting a photo. Usually photos with you works the best. And
Or food.
or food, yeah, or kids, or dogs, or cats. So one of the things that you can use to do that is word swag. Word swag or Canva works really well to create your own photo and put like some signs on it and things like that. Like,
make a meme.
Sorry?
Is it to make a meme? Or
To put photos, like signs on top of it, yeah, like this one. She did it on Canva probably. Yeah. So we always have a little bit of a nice photo. So I put a photo, like you must have seen that in my profile. I take a photo of a fully booked event and I put fully booked Melbourne, yay! Right, and then I put it on social, right? There's no point to just put a photo with nothing written in it because it doesn't stop. People wanna know quickly what it is. And if they're interested, then they're gonna read. Yeah? So in groups, it's really important to have photos. And when you write something, always space it out. At least press enter a couple of times. So it's not like this thick text and your eyes are already in pain and just looking at it. Yeah? So you want to make it easy for them or spread it out and make it look it's easy to read. That's really important. Okay, so build rapport in the group. It's super important, but obviously the person number one that you want to connect with is the organizer. So by saying, please add me and check if this is right, you already are on his, yeah? They love you because they go, oh, you like my rules? You ask me if you're okay? It's like people like power, yeah? So that's one way to be on it. They love to be people that have a group, they love to be recognized, and they love, so just go and tag them. Hey Natasha, thank you so much for creating this amazing group. It's so good. I get so much value for it. Thank you so much. Boom. You do one time, then the second time you see a post from Natasha and you comment on it, right? So you be active or whatever. They organize a comments and posts, and you give them a little bit of a plug, and here and there they will love you and they will support you. They will think twice before canceling or deleting your post. Yeah? If you're just there and
you tag them?
Inside the group, yeah.
Inside the group.
Yeah. In things that are appropriate, like, if you're thanking them, obviously. But you don't tag them to your own promotional stuff, because that's not, yeah. Yeah. Sounds good?
Yes.
Awesome. So, this is, keep a spreadsheet. That's Natasha's. Natasha loves spreadsheet, and I don't, and I start to love them as well, because my clients want to know the how. But how do you do it? I'm like, I don't know, just do it. And they go, but how? I'm like, I don't know, just be creative. And they want to know a formula. So I learn how to, teach my assistants and my clients how to have a formula, so you can follow what I do, that I do naturally. I don't know why. Yeah. So obviously keep a spreadsheet so you don't get lost. And what I do as well with my assistant, we everything that we then create. So we have other people posts that are going well. And then we have another sheet on the same spreadsheet that is my post, and we go, this is going well, this didn't go well at all, this one go well, right? So we put that, so then we know also in the same group how much stuff we're putting about personal, how we put like 5 things about personal in this group, and we should put a promotional stuff now. Make sense? So we can keep like an eye on where we're at, because we're promoting literally, we got a spreadsheet of like 150 groups. And my, in the 3 years I've been active in all these groups, and now my assistant is keeping up with it, and I'm not. So obviously we can see which groups are worth it. Yeah, some groups they're not worth it anymore, so you can start to move away from some. Yeah. And then the third page is for the Facebook ads that we have in that spreadsheet. And the Facebook ads is the same thing. When I see other people Facebook ads, I go, ooh, that's a genius idea. Right? So I go, okay, let's do a similar one. Or my own, I go, that one went really well. Let's do another one similar. Make sense? So it's really, I always, like I said before, Donna, I always look at what other people do that I want to be like, and I go, oh, that's a clever idea. I'll just take it. Yeah? Be a little fly and learn from others. All right, so now Natasha is going to cover how to create your own group and the benefits of that. Actually, Nat, do you want to add anything about the power group? Should I just cancel this in the meantime?
Well, just about that spreadsheet.
Yes.
Because you do it.
Yeah, because there weren't as many details as you probably like.
So what I've got is the other side.
Empty. Yeah.
Yeah. Just turn it around.
Here's this.
Oh.
Look what Conti taught me. Okay.
So what I gave my give me the mic.
Oh yeah. You start.
Okay. So what I gave my VA, I started it, and I divided this into the 7 days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday group. So I wanted to build an audience with people in America, because I'm going to America for my to run all these events, and I needed to go and hang out where people might sign into my half-day event from being in that group. But I needed to build rapport and a relationship with people who would therefore, get to know me over a series of months without pitching at all. And then one day I'll come up and say, hey, making my first trip, and that time is nearing. We're almost 8 weeks before we take the business to the US. So I picked groups in the US, like entrepreneur groups, and asked friends of mine who are in America, what are good groups with people who live over there? And they gave me the names, and I went and joined them. And I put the names down. Then, so the group name, the number, and the member number. So members, 11,000, let's say. And then if they have a theme day, whatever their theme day was on each of those days, so the theme, yeah? At the start of every week, I gave my VA 5 unique value-adding posts. So 5 posts. And I said to her, all right, you're going to put post 5 here in this group. You're going to put post 3 here in this group. And as we go along, we'll mix up all the different posts so we're not dumping and running. But also at the same time, you're gonna also have comments. So number of members, comments, and likes. So that we would see if this had 15 comments and 20 likes, and we would figure out which of these posts was actually the most engaging. But also at the same time, what we're doing is we're figuring out if these groups are worthwhile staying in. You know, there's some groups where just the admin posts, and it's admin after admin after admin. And there's no one interacting, which means it doesn't matter if they've got 11,000 members. This is a dead group. Yeah? So then after 2 weeks of posting in the groups, we go, is it worthwhile staying here? So it's not about being in 150 groups. Please don't get scared by that number. It's about distilling which are the ones that is valuable to hang out in. If you can find the top 10 and get known there, then obviously stick with those. Yes, Tim.
Is that still the most efficient way to do it, in a spreadsheet, literally like that? You can't run an email or an app or anything to do that?
No, not that I've heard of. Yeah, no. And then my VA just goes back at the end of a week, for example, and looks at how they did, not on the same day. Makes sense? And yes, same as Francesca, bumps things up if people have commented and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
So those 5 valuable posts that you've done, should you put them on the 10 different groups or on the different stages?
On the different days, depending on what theme is suited. Yeah. How I made $20,000 over the Christmas season doing this strategy, week in, week out, over that 8-week lull that we have here in Australia. Pretty much adding value on all the days, and when promote day was on, then I'd obviously make my promotion for the week, which we had one promote post to sell footage. For example, today, these 2 days, we're filming this social media masterclass. I could sell this footage for $200 if I wanted to, more even. You know, there's like 8 lessons, 8 segments throughout the 2 days. And that's what I was doing over Christmas. I was digging up all my footage because I film everything that I do, and I would sell footage at in the groups. And I would create a PayPal button. I didn't even have a shopping cart. I said, go here. When I see your payment come through my PayPal, I'll give you my secret link, because all that footage is hidden. As a lot of you guys who are my clients, you know that I have it hidden in unlisted videos on my YouTube channel. Therefore, I will only release that link when the money has come through. So they're not public for everyone else to see. Does that make sense? Yeah. So every time I do the promote post, so that's how I go Christmas spending money. Yes, Kitty.
Do you make 5 posts every week?
Yes.
Every week?
Yes. But you know what you can do? Is you can repurpose them 3 to 6 months later because everyone's forgotten them. Like I pulled out, you know, actually what I did, I couldn't be stuffed doing 5 posts. So I'd do only one unique one for the week, and I went back. Last year I did 100 days of blogging. So which means last year between March and June I completed 100 blogs, and I just pulled out paragraphs out of those blogs and I said, here's my 5 Lindy, and then I would say create a picture, word swag and all that to marry it up, of course make sure it's relevant, and she would post them up. So I actually only created 1, and we repurposed it because people didn't read that material for 6 months. And we were going to do it most likely again and again in the future. So sometimes it's not like about being creative every single time. It's about rip off and duplicate yourself as many times as possible. People don't remember your stuff. Oh, Nat, that's so cool. You've probably read it before. I mean, even Andrea and I were having a discussion outside before at lunch, and sometimes she goes, sometimes people ask me, haven't you learned everything you need to know from Natasha? You've been hanging around her for so long and you guys all constantly talking to one another. She goes, no, every time I hear something different. And I bet you that's how your guys will feel, that you hear something different every single time. Because you're at a different stage of your business, of what strategies you're putting out there, and maybe today you're ready to hear something that you never were before. Make sense?
Yep.
Cool. Any questions about the spreadsheet? You don't know?
Do you have an empty template of that?
Yeah. Template, and every week new one. So then she saves it in a folder, and this is week 1 in Feb, or you might say this date to this date, this date to this date, and keeps a separate file for every week. Yeah. Or in a spreadsheet, I think you can have the little tabs along the bottom.
Yeah.
All of that stuff.
So when it's the different theme days, then that's going to dictate the type of posts you do? Or is it the 5, when you say 5, there are 5 posts of 5 different types of content? And one might be, I don't know, is it like a funny one? Is it a promote? Is it a...
Yeah, so one of the 5 will be promote. One might be just a super tip. Another one might be just an opinion or something fairly generic. Yeah, and my VA will read them and see what fits that particular theme. Yeah. One might be just a question. So anytime you can ask questions in a group, you don't have to stick. By the way, you guys, the theme days are just there to avoid people spamming your group left, right and centre every single day and pitching, because that's what people do. 90% of people, given the opportunity to pitch, they will pitch and pitch and pitch, and this just holds them in line and gives you the right to ban them if they're not adding value.
We'll just say that some of the groups that I'm in have the same theme day. Like every Tuesday is pitch day or event day or something, so it's a bit hard to go, oh my god, I don't want to...
You can't spread your material out.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'm posting this particular hot tip video, like 4 places have their hot tips on one day.
Ah, okay,
So it
I
does
get
feel
you.
like you're dumping even though you're active in the group. And
Could you come up with 4 offers, and week 1 you do, the 4 different pitches, and that way you're testing, hey, Amy, you're testing which offer is actually the hot one.
Yeah.
On the same day?
Yeah,
Good idea.
which out of the 4, and then maybe,
Reuse them.
So you just make, this is where the assistant comes in handy, because it's finicky, like it's really detailed, and it's like they can coordinate that. You don't have the time, you need to get out there and be with people. Kitty.
Does it really matter? Does it really matter if you are posting in the same post in 4 different groups? Because they're different groups anyway.
Correct.
A lot of the same people in the same group.
Yeah, a lot of the same people are, and this is what we're talking about, dump and run. If you're going to do the same post, it's okay, but do it at 4 different times in the day. So that me following you, if we're part of those 4 groups, don't I just post an ultimate business report, in entrepreneurs abundance mindset, all of these groups, and they go, oh my God, Donna, 4 groups, same post, like at least do it at 9 a.m, 12 p.m, 3 p.m. This is where the VA comes in handy, because I say to Lindy, copy everything I do on my personal profile in my fan pages, but don't do it when I do it. You do it at different times on all the fan pages, so people don't feel that it's the same post coming up.
With scheduled posts, can you schedule inside a group or
No. Only place you can schedule posts is a fan page.
Your cover pages are very lovely. How do you do
Thank you. So the cover photos,
all the different.
So if you win the competition, you get 3 of those. I get Nick, our guy who does graphic design for our authors. He does them, and there's people on Fiverr. So just for those of you that don't know, Fiverr.com. They do it for $5 US. Yeah, it's very easy to get them done. And of course, my beautiful photo was done by Con, yours truly over there. And yes, so when I put this up with that awesome branding photo, and also what you can see here, guys, Natasha Denman, Ultimate 48-Hour Author. So that, it's my group. I can say whatever I want in the cover photo, right? Yeah. This group has nothing to do with authoring. However, it's got my face on there. So put your face on there, you want people to recognise you, and it's got what I do. So those people that are coming in from these varying businesses, they go, oh, ultimate photo, I'm curious about that, and then they start looking me up, right? Okay, so yes, Fiverr, please get a professional one done, don't do it yourself.
I'm just curious, you know how you said you put your PayPal in and people can buy your videos?
Yes.
And you send them. If I wanted to do a similar thing, and let's say, for example, I was in your group.
Yeah.
Do you just put an external link? Because I hear Facebook don't like external links.
And I put it in the first comment field, and I remove the preview, because the preview will say error, cookies blocked, or whatever. You have to do it on a laptop, and you have to click on remove preview, and then it has just the PayPal link.
Right.
So in your post, you might say link to purchase in the first comment below.
Right.
Don't leave it in
So
the
you
body
make
of the post.
Then you comment on your own post with the link in it.
Yeah.
Right, cool.
So to avoid your post not being shown to as many people, so to get the higher engagement, or wait till someone says, how do we get this? And then it's like,
Then you comment with the link in it,
yeah, or I'll PM you with the link or something like that. Something along those lines. Because if they are engaged in what you've said in the copy, they'll ask you how to get it.
So I could use that for, say, my my branding course, Lead Magnet.
Yeah.
Just talk about it and say, like, we
PM me if you want it. Yeah.
And then if people go, oh, I like that, I'll just say, well, PM me your name and I'll send you the link. Yeah.
So for those of you that are not sure what we're talking about, putting external links inside your post on Facebook will reduce your reach and your engagement, because Facebook doesn't like you sending people outside of Facebook.
Remove you.
What's that? What's that? Oh, yeah.
Remove the post.
Do they? Sometimes they remove the post. Oh, I haven't had that happen to me, but yeah. So text and an image with your post only is the best. Actually, I banned external links aside from event day because it was hard to promote events without like a link to the event. And of course, pitch day, they can, have a link of whatever it is, even though I think it's crappy to have your link on pitch day in your pitch, because you won't get the engagement. That's why whenever I do a pitch, I don't put any links or whatever. I just tell the story and build up the why, and then ask them to connect with me. But now this year, I removed any external links outside of event and pitch day, because people put their video links, all of this sort of stuff, and it reduces the quality of the group. Sorry.
So if you were, say, you run a next week, or say a month away, because I know you've got a bit of lead up, you had a new group, would you say put a link in there to Eventbrite or something like that, or is that still a no-no for you?
For what do you mean?
So say you were doing a new workshop in, say, 2 months' time.
Yes.
Would you say, hey guys, come to my workshop, you put it a bit nicer than that, here's an external link to go to Eventbrite or something like that, or try booking to book tickets?
Eventbrite and Facebook are now connected.
Are they married up?
Yeah.
I still wouldn't put a link to Eventbrite.
Because that's what I put on my
Hmm?
That's what I put on my workshop.
So what's the best way then, if I've, say, got my group and I'm leading up to doing an event or a workshop, to get people to commit to it and then go and buy their tickets?
Set up a Facebook event, and in the Facebook event description you'd put where to get their tickets. Buy tickets here.
Okay.
Yeah. And promote that Facebook event.
You can do it through Eventbrite too, Natasha. You can set trade up in Eventbrite.
And share it to Facebook. Yes.
Oh, and do it that way around, that's
do it all ways around. All the ways you can possibly do it around.
So there's no problem doing it both ways?
No, the more the better. Just make sure, that you're not sort of drilling it down all the time. Come to my event, come to my event, come to my event. Yeah. Yes, so, okay, so let's talk about creating your own group, because this is where I'm going to continue on this thing about don't allow your members to put external links, because people love to blow their own trumpet thinking, I'm adding value by sharing my blog post in this group. And obviously every single blog post most likely at the end has a PS and a call to action, right? Which means they're trying to bypass the promo day by saying, hey, this blog is super valuable, but I'm still pitching at the end of the blog, right? Or a video to YouTube, hey, this is a super tip of a video, and in the video there is a pitch. So that's why also, and it reduces the quality of your group, okay? So creating your own group. The name is crucial to the success of the group, okay? I learned this a while ago. Obviously, Ultimate Business Support is a big net. It kind of captures a lot of different business owners, and saying support, that's what people want. So what you need to figure out, what do your people want versus what they need? And a lot of you have heard me teach you this. People want support, a quick fix, money, more time, more freedom, all of that kind of stuff. And they need all the strategy and the know-how, the techie stuff, but they want the magic bullet, right? Ultimate had a hypnotic word, and obviously business is who we're helping. and support is what they're getting. So it's kind of like a soft little group. I think the name's fairly soft. It's not like full on in your face. That's why that group has grown successfully. 4 years, I think. Yeah, we started about March 4 years ago, and it's 13,500 members. Now recently, some of you would have seen me start a new group. Huh? What, so those of you that did see me start a new group, why do you think I did that? Hang on, well, hands up who's...
Targeted promotion.
More targeted promotion, correct, Carol?
Different message in a way.
Different message, yes.
This is just about authoring and making self.
Very specific, very niche.
That was about
Yeah. So I enrolled in a course 3.5 weeks ago, and I realised as I was going through all the lessons, I go, shit, ultimate business support is not really, well, I've won much business. Don't get me wrong. I've made multiple hundreds of thousands of dollars out of that group, because we also used to meet in this room. For the first 2.5 years, we had a monthly physical event, right? And I used to connect with people here, and then business would happen outside of that, right? But what I realised, yes, this helps having my Ultimate 48 Author here, and I'm not letting go of a 13,500 member group, right? That's the gold mine right there, and certainly people will seek me out for authoring. But what I realise is that it's actually not in the message that I'm blabbing on about and the authority that I want to be seen as. So I started a group called Author Your Way to Riches, okay? Because that's what my guys want. They want to become rich and famous through authoring. Yes. And how I started that group is, yes, I invited all of my current authors. I said, is it okay, guys, that I add you there? I want some support. Could you post a hot tip of what's one good thing that you've done since you've published your book? Because I didn't want to be the person who goes into the group and goes, Natasha Denman, Natasha Denman, Natasha Denman, Natasha Denman, Natasha Denman. And I did not invite anyone else into the group until I had 30 posts there from my hot leads. I think, Amy, you posted stuff the other day when you were on TV. Amy's making me look so good. At my half-day events, I'm live streaming in the group. And guess what? You can run ads to groups. And you can grow your group with your relevant target market. So I'm running ads all over America, and I'm not running ads in Australia, like I'm already 2 months ahead, because I'm building people into the group. And my VA has another spreadsheet. And every day I go, do not accept, only accept people once every 24 hours. And you write the person's name, and you write where in America they are, and their name, and what they do. Because when my half day comes, I'm going to PM all of those people. Go, so awesome to have you in my group, you know, and start to build some kind of a relationship, and I'll invite them to my half day, right? Okay, so name is crucial. Base the name on the outcome your people want. Yep. So what do they want? My guys want to author their way to riches, to build a 6-figure business and beyond. So that's why I created that. By the way, guess who else I added into the group? Everyone that has ever attended my half-day event, but didn't sign up as an author. Yet. Right? Yet. Because I'll be back, you know, like, and they may have gone through fear and whatever's happened for them. And now, all of a sudden, they're reconnected and they're watching and they're observing, and who knows? Because things like this happen. They'll PM you and they go, oh my God, you know, I wish I had done it back then. Can I reapproach the conversation, and so on and so forth. And then I also went and had a bit of a look. Who are the people that ever in the past have talked to me about authoring? And I added them. Now you're probably going, but Nat, isn't that like, you know, people are going to get pissed off if, you know, because I know I hate being added to groups of people I don't know, so I was being very strategic so that I knew I had a warm relationship, and even asked in the author group, was that okay? So I did ask for permission from 80% of people that I did add, right? And those, if I didn't like it, I think one person complained. 1 out of 1,000, but I already have 1,100 members in that group in 10 days. Okay?
Can you only add a person if you're a friend of?
Yes, correct.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you can only add friends into it, and that's why. And then when you're speaking and going out to events, like right now, Francesca and I shared our group's names. you guys can request to join our groups, and that's the power of them not having to friend them, but having them part of that group. Make sense? Create an awesome cover photo, which is, as we spoke about, that's super, super important to have your face clearly, a nice professional image of you there at the top. And I'm sure Con's going to give us some tips about that tomorrow. Invite your warm network first. Okay? So when I started Ultimate Business Support 4 years ago, I went into all my paying clients and said the same thing to them. I'm starting this group, I'm going to put everyone in there to start it off. Don't start it off with 2 people. And then promote it out to Facebook, come to my group. Somehow do your best to at least at a minimum 200 people, and eventually as you're bigger, 500 or 1,000 before you really start spreading the message to more people. Like me running ads to a group with 50 or 100 people might be a bit of a waste of time, because people will end up at the group and go, 50 people, why would I join a community of just 50 people? Right? I only started running the ads when it was over 1,000. Yeah? Post 10 to 15 amazing value adding posts before inviting others. If you can get your warm network to do some, awesome. Otherwise, get your husband, get your friends, you know, just tell them, go and put something, or even write it for them. Can you post it from your profile? Did you? Yeah. Right. So do that, because when people come and they go, oh, lots of different people are posting in this group. And they go, okay, it's safe. It's not just the admin talking at them. Everyone's being interactive. So what you want is for your group to have a feeling that you can leave and come back and things are still rolling along. And this happened in UBS, within months from starting it. It was like we'd go on holidays and come back and go, oh, it's going crazy. You know, but also you've got to manage it. It can get out of hand, and I'll talk about that in a second. But be there daily and encourage engagement. So those people that are posting, you know, again, even though we should be building rapport with a group leader, when you're the group leader and you have people who are regularly posting, build rapport with those. Because what you do is you then encourage that regular interaction within the group, and they love staying there. Because I've run a group for 4 years, I've had people come and go. There's been a waves of people leaving, and then they come back, oh, sorry, I've been gone for like a year and now I'm back into, and these things happen. And sometimes people can be passive aggressive about groups as well. Someone thought that I had banned them out of my group, and PM me and said, what is it that I did wrong that I'm been banned out of your group? I go, oh, I didn't do it. It was a true glitch. Like I said, Stuart, did you ban this person? No. Linda, did you ban this person? No. So we didn't ban you. Oh, really? I said, oh, I'm so sorry. He goes, because this other person has a group of 14,000 members group as well. So leaders with other leaders of big groups can have a, yeah. So he said to me, oh my God, I feel like a dick. I deleted you out of my group because I thought you deleted me out of yours. Oh. And I said, I didn't. I said, I've been studying. I was studying. This happened only a few weeks ago. Oh, you know, I feel so silly. I said, I don't know what happened. I said, if you want, I'll re-add you. Just apply again and I'll apply and I'll re-add you. And so that's what happened. So yes, then leaders of big group can really collaborate together as well. But also there can be a bit of competition up there at the top, right? What are they doing and all that, and people can copy. You know, the theme days, people actually think I invented the theme days, because this was like 4 years ago. Theme days did not exist on Facebook groups very much. But I saw it in one random group somewhere, and I thought, oh my God, what an awesome idea. And I created theme days for my own group, my own cover photos. As Francesca says, I saw something cool, thought I'd model it, and then I put it up, and all of a sudden my group was growing by 300 people a week. It was like everyone, and Facebook's then organically promoting it. I have not paid a cent to grow that group to 13,500 members. Yeah? But the power of starting your own group, I believe if you started off locally, is take that group offline as well in the early days. Because we came to this venue every first Thursday of the month, whatever it was, for the first 2.5 years, and met, 30 people would come, we'd have a keynote speaker, we'd network, we'd talk and all that sort of stuff. And then obviously we'll post in the group that we were here, Then I expanded. We had events in Sydney, Adelaide and Melbourne, and at one point in time last year I said this is too much, I can't manage all of this, we're just keeping it now online. And I do a Monday morning UBS Live, which a lot of you are nodding, you've come on that, where I deliver valuable content, or Francesca and I did a thing yesterday. What did we talk about, sis? The truth behind a six-figure business, like what happens building a six-figure business. And we were like sort of just chatting between